Hello everybody, Neil here with Atomic Fusion. I wanted to do a new overview video of Atomic Fusion and what it is and just touch real high level on some of the features now. I had a more detailed video out originally in V1, but there's been a lot of changes since V1 into V2 and the release of V3 is about to come. So I wanted to just break these videos into smaller chunks and focus each video focus on each individual aspect of atomic fusion. This video is just specifically a highlight. If you want to go more in depth, just continue to watch the videos that I put out. So let's jump into it. What is atomic fusion? Well, atomic fusion is exactly what it says here on the page: a Bubble Developer Hub and Ecosystem. Well, what does that mean? Basically, what it is a Chrome extension that helps you build Bubble applications faster, predominantly from a UI design aspect, but there are many other features in Atomic Fusions. There's the code locker, there's a UI locker where you can save and use other people's designs and make your designs public and just a whole gamut of things that I've got that I'm building into Atomic Fusion. So, but the overall goal is to help you as a Bubble developer be more agile and develop applications faster, and be able to reuse your designs and your custom code snippets and reuse them in other projects and be able to quickly put them on your canvas and just edit them and redesign to fit the project's needs. So with that being said, let's just jump into it real quick and I'll run through it because I wanna keep this video pretty short. So like I said, Atomic Fusion is an extension. So if you need the extension, you just go to the Chrome Web Store and search for Atomic Fusion and then install the extension. There is a web-based side of Atomic Fusion called the Atomic Hub, and I'll go through that briefly as well. So once you get the extension, if you don't have an account, just sign up, create your account, and then you can get in. There is a free plan that has limited access, and there's a pro membership plan currently that gives you full access to everything. So anyways, so let's go ahead and log in. I'll log in as myself and we'll step through this. So the currently Atomic Fusion V2 is comprised of a few different modules. We have the kind of the traditional marketplace where we have block components, UI components, themes, and landing pages. And I'll just touch base real quick on each one of these. Block components is essentially a block of elements that has been pre-designed for you to use and drop into your canvas to reuse and redesign however you like. So an example here is a very simple about section that you can use in predominantly into a landing page. Each one of these components and sections you can preview and take a real good look to see what it really would look on the screen and to see if you'd actually want to use it. Everything that's designed in Atomic Fusion is built to be fully responsive to the best it can be. That's just a standard, and everything that's designed in Atomic Fusion is built on the new Flexbox engine and Bubble. And the newer designs moving forward as of this past week will be using the padding system and the gap system. So essentially, I'll show you how you can use it real quick, but if you wanted to use this pre-designed about section, you would just simply copy it. That puts it to the Bubble clipboard, and then you just come to your canvas and you right click and paste. And I'm not going to go into the functionality too much in this video. I'll have more in depth on each one of these sections following up on this video. So that's kind of the block components. We'll be building out way more categories here. Here's a login form that we just put out. CTAs, we'll be putting out more CTAs. But this will continue to grow. Every section will continue to grow over time as we design more stuff. UI kits. UI kits are another marketplace feature that we have. Basically, a UI kit is going to comprise of many different components that's in an app or say maybe a landing page. The difference between it is the UI kits are all going to be matching components, the same branding, the same look and feel, the same fonts, just the same everything when it comes to the design. So you can, the goal is with UI kits is you can fully build an application or a landing page or whatever the theme or the UI kit may be, with just copying and pasting these in and moving the blocks around and customizing to fit your needs. So here's one called Toaster Kit. This is based off of Tailwind CSS. Again, we'll be adding a lot more of these components and pages in here. Themes. Themes is a little bit different in the sense that it's a modular system, and basically what it is here's an example of a dashboard. The theme is going to typically come with a base page, and you can drop that base page on your canvas, and then there will be modular components that you can drag and drop in as you see fit for your project or as needed. And then, you know, whatever's in the base page, you can delete back out and then put back in. So it'll be basically a theme is a type of app that we are mimicking. So there'll be, for instance, this is a dashboard. There'll be more components here. Here is a remote job board. This is a full landing page for a job board, but the goal is to have more components and pages, inner pages like job postings, an employee dashboard, things like that. So it's based on, so themes are based on application type. Yeah. So that's themes. And then landing pages, exactly what it is. We'll be putting a lot more landing pages in here, but we have a really good selection of clones that we did, anywhere from Coinbase to Pipedrive. Here's Mercury clone. Here's a Discord clone. So we'll be doing more clones, but we'll be doing originals as well. Here's a simple landing page, coming soon page that you can drop in and just do some quick validation. And a simple marketing page. So we'll continue to build this section out as well. And again, this is an overview. I'll be going through each one of these in another video with their respective sections. So CodeLocker. CodeLocker is an area, I won't go in too deep on this. This is going to be fully redesigned, but CodeLocker is essentially an area where you can save your custom code snippets and not have to go like putting it in some text document or a Notion document, and then you can make them public for others to use and save those code snippets so they can use them in their projects. So that's a really cool feature, and a lot of individuals are liking that. It needs a lot of work right now, and it will get a lot of work between V3 and V4. Right now, our focus is on UI Locker. UI Locker is essentially your area to save your own designs. So whatever you design on your canvas, you can copy and commit that to your UI Locker and save that for reuse later. You can also make your designs public for others to fork. As you can see, there's a button here for forked components, and they can use your designs in their projects. We are currently working on a feature where you can keep your public repository, and I'll go through this real quick, private, and select individual users to have access to your repo with designs in it. More of a team-like feature, but not really teams yet. That will be coming in the future. So essentially you create repos, and then you commit your components into a repo. You can create as many repos as you want. You can make them public or private. And then there is a public section on the hub, which I'll get to, where people can browse them if you make them public. So, and then when you fork components, again, on the hub, I'll show you that. When you fork components, these are other users of Atomic Fusion's components that I've forked, and I can use these in my project by simply just going into it, copy the component, right-click, paste. Again, I'm not going to go into too much detail on how to use it yet. I'm going to do that in subsequent videos. So that is UI Locker. It's a very popular feature. A lot of people are liking it, and we're going to continue to put a lot of development time into that. Settings is just these links just take you to our documentation to manage your subscription and your profile settings, and to log out if you need to. Now here's the Atomic Hub that I was telling you about. All of the management of Atomic Fusion is done in the hub. So when you need to edit a component, change a thumbnail out on your preview image of your component, change the name of it, the description, add details, things like that. It's all going to be in the hub. So basically, you can access that through different areas of the app. Right here, you can create repository. That'll take you right to the hub. But here's a link right to the hub. So let's just go through the hub real quick. So this is the hub. And this is basically an extension of the extension where all the management is done. And this will continue to evolve. It's a pretty vanilla at the moment, but it will evolve with the app to fit the user's needs. Here's Code Locker. This will change. This is just kind of some filler right now, but this is where you can manage your repositories, change the names, create and add code snippets. Here's public repositories for the Code Locker. This is where you can go in and see other users' code and then fork that code into your extension to use that code. So I'll go in here and just give you a quick example. See here, this is where Beck has created some CSS code here for, I think this one, it doesn't say on here, highlight text upon hover. So this is going to evolve. There's going to be a lot more detail in here, a lot more explanations going on in here. Here's a README file of how to use the code. So this will evolve and get better. The focus currently is on UI Locker. This is coming in right behind it where we're going to spend a lot of time making this a lot more user friendly. So yeah, you can back out of this. And then let's see, here's UI Locker. This is the hub portion of UI Locker. These are your repos, your repos that you create, your repositories, and they're just replicas of what's in the extension and vice versa. So if I went into one of these repos, you can see where I've saved components that I can reuse in my app. If you wanted to edit one of these, you could just drill down in and do edit this and change the name, delete the component, change the thumbnail, all that stuff. Again, this will continue to get better from a UI UX perspective. But right now it's pretty user friendly and it works pretty good. If you back up, you can edit the repository. Here's where you change the repository name, the description. This is where you toggle it to make it public for other people to see it, things of that nature. So here's the public repos. This is where some others have put some designs out here. So if you come in here, here's a Coinbase one that was put in by one of our users. This is where you can fork this component. So as soon as you click fork, it will go into your UI Locker forked components. And there it is right there. You can view it, copy it, put it right in your canvas and use it. So you have full access to do whatever you want with it. Yeah, so that's kind of UI Locker. There'll be more features we're adding over time over here. Again, we're focusing on UI Locker to just make that very robust for users. Resources, this is a resource section that I created for you to have quick links basically off to a whole bunch of different things, different graphic softwares that you can use, icons. Let's see here. Here's a little drop down where you can filter some community links. This will take you to some really good Bubble communities. We'll be continuing to add more stuff in here as well over time. Education, this will take you to some Bubble learning stuff. Everything in Atomic Fusion is Bubble. There's no other no-code stuff in here. We're only focusing on Bubble developers. Video type platforms that you can use. So we'll continue to add to this and build this library out for you to use over time. Again, we have a slew of features we want to add, but we're staying focused on a certain set right now. So yeah, that's kind of the hub in a nutshell. If you want to go to your profile settings and adjust your profile settings, you can do all that in there. We're starting to evolve into a probably eventually have a public page that you can personally have to share different links, share your designs, and just show them to the public, things of that nature. If I go in right now to, let's see here, where is it? I must have removed that for now. It was forked components, repositories. Yeah, I must have removed that out. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of profile settings, and then manage your subscription. If you're on the starter plan, here's kind of the access you get on the starter. If you go to the pro, you get unlimited access to everything. It's only $79 a year. I've tried to make it as cheap as I possibly could, but at some point we do have to generate revenue to keep building this and making it better. So that is the overview of Atomic Fusion. Went a little longer than I would like to have. But I am going to be creating new videos. There's already a handful of videos there, but I'm going to be creating new videos that go through each one of these sections and components and how to use it in detail and just break it down into smaller chunks for you guys. So I hope you like the video. I hope you sign up for Atomic Fusion. Hope you use it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can hit me on Twitter. You can email us at hello@atomicfusion.io. You can also join our Slack channel right here. This is the best place to get a response, as this is where you submit bugs, feedback, suggestions, requests, feature requests, things of that nature. And then I put a lot of stuff out there as well, just to keep the Atomic Fusion user community informed with what we're doing as far as roadmap and things of that nature. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.